Whatsoever things are true, a promise made over 100 years ago. Today we are gathered in this university community to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to each other. We celebrate with our students and professors, the non-academic staff and support staff, the administration, those who volunteer on the University Board of Governors, Senate, and Alumni Council, and all who promote sound education in our community. We celebrate with all those who leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. May you continue to serve in your global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and grace. And may the University of Alberta always be a home of truth and wisdom, a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of Alberta. My name is Doug Stollery, and I have the privilege of serving as Chancellor of this university and conferring your degrees today. The University of Alberta acknowledges that we are located on Treaty 6 territory and respects the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community. On behalf of the entire university community, I am delighted to welcome you to this convocation. We're very pleased that so many friends and family members could join us as we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. This is a ceremony full of traditions. What do they mean? Convocation is a Latin term meaning a gathering together of all qualified degree holders in a university community. This tradition dates back almost 700 years. As you participate in today's ceremony, you are walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, with individuals moving from apprentice to master to teacher. You will have noted the many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today. These reflect centuries of university tradition. Your own academic gowns and hoods date back to the Middle Ages. The different colors and designs signify the degree you have earned. Your caps, the Oxford-style mortarboards, celebrate your independence and freedom as scholars. Our celebration will begin with formal greetings from our Board of Governors and the province of Alberta. Our first address to Convocation will be from University of Alberta President Dr. David Turpin. Our second address to Convocation will be from Ms. Ann Smith, who has accepted our invitation to receive an Honorary Doctorate of Laws, our university's highest honor. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements or remarkable service to society. Following the presentation of the honorary degree, we will begin the recognition of your degrees. After you are presented to the community on behalf of the faculties, our president will guide you through your pledge. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees. Then it will be your turn up here with us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called. For everyone here, that will be the most important part of our ceremony. Your degree will be conferred as I congratulate you and we shake hands. So it is important to remember to shake hands. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. Your friends and families are witness to that commitment, as are all the members of our platform party. Joining the celebration at the center of the stage with me today is our President, Dr. David Turpin, and the Chair of our Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Fair. I'm very pleased that the Dean and professors from our Faculty of Science are here to congratulate each graduate as you cross the stage. I'd also like to recognize Elder Pauline Paulson, who is here today to extend a special note of congratulations to our Indigenous graduates as they receive their degrees. Our distinguished guests on the Convocation stage include a former Chancellor, past University of Alberta honorary degree recipients, members of our Board of Governors, Senate, and Alumni Council, members of government and civic leaders, members of the Consular Corps community, members of our senior leadership team here at the University of Alberta, including our vice provosts, leaders from the associations representing our graduate students, our academic staff, and postdoctoral fellows, and especially professors from our faculties, your Guild of Teachers. We're all here to celebrate and to welcome you to our alumni family. I hope you enjoy the day. I'd like to start by inviting greetings from the Chair of our Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Fair.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. Douglas Stollery, President David Turpin, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends. I'm pleased to be here today to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Governors. Convocation is a special time when the entire university community gathers to celebrate your tremendous achievements. Indeed, the university has much to celebrate, but today we are especially gathered to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2017. You have achieved a level of excellence which will be forever recognized in your university degree, a University of Alberta degree. Representing the Board of Governors, I and the full board are committed to excellence today and tomorrow, providing excellence in teaching and research that has supported you and will support those that follow in our ever-changing world. Alberta and Canada are a great place for all of us, and great because of the graduating class of 2017. Your degree is a sign of your achievement at the University of Alberta. It is also a signal to others that you are the kind of citizens that bring knowledge, understanding, and skills to the society that we live in. Competent, giving, ethical, and engaged in the challenges and opportunities today and tomorrow. Congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Continue to learn, continue to achieve, enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Lorne Dack, the MLA for Edmonton-McLeod.
Thank you, Mr. Fair. Thank you, Chancellor Stollery. Good morning, Chancellor Stollery, President Turpin, Mr. Fair, Ms. Smith, faculty, staff, graduates, family, and friends. It's my pleasure to bring greetings from Premier Rachel Notley and the Minister of Advanced Education, Honorable Marlon Schmidt, and thank you to the University of Alberta for the honor of joining you on this special occasion. I would like first to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory. I would also like to congratulate Ms. Ann Smith for being recognized with an honorary Doctor of Laws degree. On behalf of all Albertans, I thank you for their tremendous leadership, achievements, and accomplishments and contributions. Dedicated and driven leaders like you inspire all Albertans. The University of Alberta has a strong reputation for developing leaders who are breaking new ground and blazing their own trail. I see this ambition and drive to succeed in the class of 2017. Congratulations to the class of 2017. Today you join a long line of graduates whose achievements and contributions have lifted the University of Alberta and our province to new heights. Alberta, Canada, and the world continue to be shaped by University of Alberta graduates. Graduates who are linked by a collective spirit and a purpose to be catalysts of positive change in everything they do. I have every confidence that your education at the University of Alberta will provide you with a strong foundation to build from and build upon. Putting into practice all that you've learned here will empower you to fulfill your full potential, realize your dreams, and guide you through whatever challenges lie ahead. Just as you have pursued post-secondary education to improve your life and build a better world, know too that your government is committed to making life better for Albertans. We have a commitment to education. As our government works hard to diversify the economy, we are making post-secondary education more accessible and affordable. We are honoring our commitment to provide stable and predictable funding to post-secondary institutions and to keeping costs down for students by freezing tuition for the past 2 years and freezing it again next year. Our government has been working with post-secondary institutions to prepare students to take on the jobs of the future when they graduate. We know that accessible and affordable higher education will ensure that students develop the knowledge and skills needed to contribute to a modern and diversified economy. There is no limit to what you can achieve with a post-secondary education. You might even become elected as an NDP MLA. Miracles do happen. As you carve your own path in this world, I encourage you to dream big, follow your heart, and contribute towards your miracles in your community. Congratulations once again on your convocation.
It is now my pleasure to invite the President of the University of Alberta, Dr. David Turpin, to address convocation.
Eminent Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the Academy, staff, family, friends, and especially you, our graduates. Congratulations and well done. If we have done our job well, you're feeling a tremendous amount of accomplishment today because we've pushed you, asked you to work hard, to think in new ways, and test your limits. And you've done it. I hope that you also feel prepared to pursue new challenges and ask even more of yourselves in the days and years ahead. Because we need you. We need your new ideas, your skills, and your energy. We need your enormous potential to help us build a better, stronger, more just, and compassionate Canada. Your potential and capacity to help has particular meaning this year as we celebrate the 150th anniversary of Canada's Confederation. I was only 10 years old when Canada celebrated its centennial in 1967. My memories of that year are filled with the fun and the wonder of it. The Centennial train was making its way across the country. The Centennial Fitness Challenge tested every school child. And there were the space-age buildings of Montreal's Expo 67. Now, 50 years later, I've been thinking about what it means to be a Canadian. One thread runs through it all: diversity. In 1967, although I was a so-called typical kid, I figured out early on that there are many ways to be Canadian. My family had ties to this part of the world that go back 7 generations. Both my grandmothers came from farming families, one from Saskatchewan and the other from southern Alberta. On the other hand, both my grandfathers were immigrants to Canada. One was a Welsh opera singer who, in a very unlikely turn of events, fell in love when his company was touring through Calgary. It changed his life and mine, creating connections for me far beyond the borders of Canada that endure today. Those ties deepened and extended even further when I married my wife Shiramithra and became part of her family. She was born in Germany and then immigrated with her family from India to Canada in the 1960s. And our family in India is very much a part of our lives. As I've grown older, my many Canadas have included living in Alberta's prairies and foothills, BC's rainforests and seacoasts, and Eastern Ontario's Canadian Shield, Great Lakes, and rivers. I know my story's not unique. I expect that many of you experience a similar layering of identity and connection. There is no one Canada. We are all many cultures, histories, languages, and geographies in one. This is the very essence of the Canadian adventure, Lester Pearson, Canada's Prime Minister in 1967, said. Out of this diversity must come unity. I thought of this 2 weeks ago when I joined members of Alberta's Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities in the circle of a pipe ceremony. We were preparing to sign a memorandum of understanding with the National Centre for Truth and Reconciliation. As we were sitting in that circle, Elder Jerry Saddleback said, "We are all in unison, held in equal esteem." We exemplified unity in diversity. Each of us equal in our distance from the center, but with slightly different perspectives. Unity in diversity. Can we achieve reconciliation without it? How can we build a better Canada without continuing to pursue the great Canadian adventure of finding unity in diversity? For me, a better Canada would ensure that all people feel welcome, safe, and accepted, and able to give back to their communities regardless of their background. A better Canada would engage peoples and countries around the world, not for self-interest, but for our common interest. A better Canada would be innovative and in the forefront of the global knowledge economy. In short, a better Canada would be one of the most socially, culturally, economically, and environmentally prosperous of nations. So what does a better Canada look like to you? When you look ahead to Canada's next 50 years, the 50 years that your generation will shape, what can you do to make our country better for all? I look at the auditorium today, and I see many Canadas reflected back to me in your faces. That diversity is a tremendous strength, but it is a strength we cannot take for granted. We can instead be tempted to draw definite borders around who we are and limit what it means to be Canadian. But what would be the result? Look back over our first 150 years, and you can see that Canada has been scarred by such attempts to fix our identity. We need only think of the residential school system or the Chinese head tax to see that limiting our definition of Canadian has hurt our First Nation, Métis, and Inuit peoples, as well as numerous immigrant and other minority communities, all of whom, without exception, have done so much to build this country. When I think of the divisiveness and isolationism present in so much political discourse across the world today, I fear that we have failed to learn that lesson. We seem to be choosing instead to sit in our customized echo chambers, where we literally don't have to see or hear from those we'd rather not acknowledge. As members of the University of Alberta's diverse community, you have a great advantage. While studying at the U of A, you have encountered and listened to people who have ideas and perspectives different than your own. You opened yourselves to each other and created a space where you could hear each other, see from each other's perspectives, and find solutions together. Finding what is common between us, using our differences to be innovative and creative. These are skills you've developed here, and I ask you to use and expand them throughout the years ahead. When you reflect back in 50 years on how Canada has changed since Canada won 50, I hope that you will be able to look back with the knowledge that you took these skills and your own particular talents and potential to help make Canada a better place for all of us. Take inspiration from the thousands of U of A alumni who have already left a tangible legacy in every sector of society, in the laws they have written, the movements they have led, the scientific discoveries that have changed our lives, the businesses they've built, and the students they have taught. And now it's your turn. It's your turn to step up. It is your turn to build a better, stronger, more prosperous, just, and compassionate Canada. The next 50 years are yours, so take advantage of it. To each and every one of you, congratulations, and we look forward with great anticipation to all your future accomplishments. Thank you, and congratulations.
knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
You will always find it, your own courage or theirs, in the eyes of the other.
Go where there's no path and leave a trail for someone else.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Travel well, travel without prejudice, live long and prosper.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Anne Smith for the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, our learning community's highest honor. In a chemistry experiment, a catalyst works to provide alternative reaction pathways, increasing the rate of the reaction. In other words, if you want to speed up change, add a catalyst. In our community, if you want to create timely, positive change on an important social issue, add Anne Smith. I know this from personal experience. Having seen Anne Smith in her role as President and CEO of the United Way of Alberta Capital Region. She is widely respected by people of very different backgrounds, from professors and volunteers like me to dedicated staff working in inner city agencies, to corporate leaders in many of the major industries in our city who support investing in people. Ms. Smith began her career with the United Way as a youth board member in Calgary. After moving to Edmonton, she continued to volunteer until officially joining the organization as Communications Director in 1984. She became Senior Vice President in 1993 and was appointed President of the United Way of the Alberta Capital Region in 1995. On a national level, she recently co-chaired the United Way Centraid Canada Movement Advisory Council. She has also served with the Canadian Red Cross and Canadian Mental Health Association. Anne Smith has a unique ability to gather leaders all across our city around a shared vision, to create pathways out of poverty for over 120,000 parents and children in our communities who are struggling to put enough food on the table and to make it through each day with dignity and hope. With the support of over 5,000 United Way volunteers and a wide range of community partners, she has led the creation of innovative projects and collaborations, including the In-Kind Exchange, Partners for Kids, Success by Six, and All In for Youth. She has also played a leading role in a host of other initiatives, including the Edmonton Funders Forum, Vibrant Communities, the Housing Trust, Families First Edmonton, the Canadian Centre for Social Entrepreneurship, Edmonton Community Foundation, and Leadership Edmonton. She chaired the Edmonton Homeless Commission and co-chaired the Mayor's Poverty Elimination Task Force. So much of what is good about our city has benefited from Anne Smith's direct involvement. Today, we celebrate her vision and her generosity of spirit. We celebrate her relentless focus on creating living networks of support that strengthen families. And we honor a lifetime dedicated to community leadership. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present to you Anne Smith.
Anne Smith, in recognition of an exemplary commitment to social justice and community leadership, I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come.
Good morning. Eminent Chancellor Doug Stollery, President David Turpin, Board of Governors, graduates, and your guests, treasured friends and colleagues, and family, my dear husband George, our 4 incredible kids, they're all there, and our 3 amazing grandkids. Thank you so much. It's difficult to find the right words to describe how grateful I am to receive this special honor. It is well and above anything I would ever have imagined for myself. To be here with such esteemed members of academia, business, the community, it's truly extraordinary. And to be able to share this important and well-earned milestone in your journey is truly a gift. A heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. I would be remiss not to acknowledge the important leadership and support that this institution, its leaders, its faculty, its staff, have provided to our efforts over the years. From the outstanding research conducted through the Community University Partnership, through the valued contributions of Dean Joseph Doucette, Dr. Jeff Bezantz, and others, to the Mayor's Task Force on Poverty Elimination. And of course, through your annual fundraising events. Very rare to see a Dean of Business go in a dunk tank. The support of the United Way has been nothing short of stellar on behalf of this institution, and the value to our community is immeasurable. And finally, just a little personal note. I want to say thank you to someone many of you may know, Dr. John Birdie, Professor Emeritus, Faculty of Science, a United Way volunteer from many, many years ago, who helped me so much in my early career when I was working with the U of A. His time and his guidance were very, very special to me. So this is a bittersweet occasion for me, having grown up in a time when post-secondary education was unreachable for most and still considered somewhat of an indulgence for women. For us, marriage and family were the priority, and education was at best a bridge towards marriage. That said, I was a pretty persuasive young woman, and I convinced my dad to spend the healthy sum of $400 to send his only daughter to the University of Calgary. I was on my way to break new territory for our family, only to find that within the first year, the pressures of getting out to earn a living and to get on with starting that family overtook my pursuit of higher education. And I would leave the university and make my way into the world armed with a high school diploma, a strong work ethic, and a fierce desire to change the world. I always promised myself that I would return. However, my return didn't quite go as planned. Instead, 40-plus years later, I stand here with you today, humbled and honored beyond anything I can express. Leading up to this moment, life brought me more than my fair share of challenge and more than my fair share of opportunity, but I was just so fortunate when I found United Way, first as a volunteer and then as a staff member. It gave me the channel to send my passion for social justice into the community and to use my skills as a communicator for an organization that would give me far more than I could ever begin to give it. It has afforded me a lifelong learning journey where I've been able to work alongside some of our region's most and best and brightest, our academics, leaders from business, leaders from labor, leaders from the community, and even more importantly, the opportunity to work with those angels in our community, those frontline professionals that work each and every day with families who are struggling. And even more importantly, the opportunity to work beside people who are experiencing poverty, people who know what the challenges are in our community firsthand. It has been an exciting journey, and it is one that has exposed me to every field imaginable, and one that has taught me above all else that we all, each and every one of us, have gifts and talents. And when we can focus those gifts and talents towards the good of everyone, we truly can make a difference. We can make positive, sustainable change. This is a city and a province that is struggling in a time of economic downturn, change, and uncertainty. But nonetheless, it remains one of the most prosperous places on this planet. We enjoy one of the highest standards of living in the world. We are safe. We have access to state-of-the-art healthcare and education. It is a place of immense abundance, and yet still, 120,000 people struggle in poverty each and every day. Facing the question, do I pay the rent or do I feed the kids? 40,000 of those people are youngsters, children and young people just like yourselves. We take great pride, and well we should, in the spirit of volunteerism, in our compassion, in our generosity. Together, we support a comprehensive network of government and non-government programs, and we help families in need every day. But the one message I want to leave with you today is we can do better. We must do better. Treating the symptoms, making people feel a bit more comfortable in their poverty is not enough, and it's not acceptable. We must turn our time, our attention, our talent towards what I think is our world's most wicked social issue. Whether cause or symptom or effect, poverty is at the root of every social challenge we face. It strips us of our dignity, it steals our dreams, and it costs us billions of dollars every year in our healthcare system, our justice system, our social system, not to mention the lost productivity and lost potential. So here I am with you, graduates of the Faculty of Science, and you may well be thinking, so why is she talking to us about social issues? Well, because it's exactly you, the youth in this room, that our community needs. Who better to take up the challenge? With your analytical minds, your penchant for problem solving, your ability to break down complexity. Poverty is not a natural phenomenon. It is human-made. It is a choice, and it is solvable. And so I want to encourage you to share your hearts, hands, and minds, to take your skills and challenge what you have learned, at least in part, to the business of solving poverty. How would you define the problem? What information would you seek out? What approach would you take? How would you measure your progress and success? This is exactly the discipline that we need. And when combined with your spirit of caring and generosity, and that is in all of us, just imagine what we could accomplish together. So as you go forward to make your mark in the world, I would ask you to consider just 3 things. First, I'd ask you to take that inquisitiveness that led you here today and nurture your understanding of your community. Take a walk around our inner city. Stop in at the Bissell Center. Talk with the residents at Operation Friendship. Then drive around some other neighborhoods in the city, in the region. Take notice of the homes. Take notice of the streets, the playgrounds, the people, the businesses. Absorb what you see, the differences and the similarities. Go online and discover the data, the demographics, the socioeconomics, the health data, the crime statistics. Then Google poverty elimination. See what's being done and be inspired by the people and the organizations who are tackling poverty at its core. Now I want you to build your own hypothesis and think about how you will become part of the solution. How will you contribute to poverty elimination? Make time in your busy lives to stay involved in your community, to contribute those amazing brains that you have, to share your unique talents, and to develop and act on your passion. Finally, and most importantly, share your observations and your learnings with others. In all my 30-plus years in this career, I have never met anyone who didn't care. I have only met people who didn't know. So start with your family and friends. Encourage them to learn about the issues in the community. Invite them to join you in becoming part of the solution. Because when we know, when we understand, and when we work together, we can tackle poverty in every form. You represent our community, some of our community's very best minds. And it is you who will set the course for a brighter, more equitable, more sustainable future. It is you who gives me, and so many others like me, hope and confidence in our future, knowing that you will make Edmonton, you will make Alberta, you will make the world a better place for everyone. I can't tell you how much I appreciate having the opportunity to share my passion with you, hopefully inspire your passion as well. A heartfelt congratulations on all that you have accomplished thus far in your journey, and for all you will accomplish in the many, many years to come. Congratulations to the class of 2017. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, and a truly inspiring address, beautifully delivered. And now we would like you to sign our University Honor Roll, recognizing your honorary degree. Thank you, Dr. Smith. You are now officially a member of our honorary degree recipient family. And now, graduates, it's your turn. As the name of each graduate is called across the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees, and we will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our alumni in our community. I look forward to meeting you on stage.
The candidates for degrees will please rise. Thank you. Could you please follow along on page 5 of the Convocation program? You have a speaking part, so please follow along. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, for all who believe to serve your God, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Jonathan Schaefer, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Science. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Zainab Hussein Abugush. Donald Adamage. Alia Akbari. Yazn Al-Badran. Abdul Hamid Aghamdi. Kamar Asif Ali. Benjamin James Allen with distinction. Noor Rad Al-Tamimi with distinction. Preston Nathan Kent Amundsen. Uba Mohammed Are. Rupam Aurora with distinction. Sharon Preet Kaur Alak with distinction. Leila Kador Awada with distinction. Sharon Uche Aidu. With great family and friends. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Interdisciplinary Leadership Studies, Courtney Margaret Jean Badran. Melody Barakat. Matthew Patrick Barker. Ryan Matthew Barkwell. Daniel Nathan Barr. Andrew Francis Bates with distinction. Cirillo Nicholas Bautista. Miriam Aluwakemi Bello. Lauren Andrea Bennett. Carolyn Marie Berendt with distinction. Hanan Mohammed Bashir. Keshav Kishore Bhargava with distinction. Manjot Kaur Bui with distinction. Kayla Emily Blackadar. Dakshayini Bupalan. Yasmin Maria Bolus with distinction. Brett Daniel Lawrence Bradshaw. Daniel Jason Brandwine with distinction. Nathan Joel Brandwine with distinction. Arshdeep Kaur Brar. Navpreet Kaur Brar with distinction. Ashley Lauren Bridgewater. Emily Laura Brimacombe. Leah Kathleen Brown. Teddy Alexandru Bruma. Whitney Ann Kane. Camilla Lynn Campbell. Sylvia Yuan Chow with distinction. Michelle Capicio with distinction. Rebecca Elizabeth Carlson. Selena Janine Cathro. Jaden Shahale with distinction. Alyssa Suman Chan with distinction. Gabriel Chan with distinction. Chan Ying Ying. Harpreet Kaur Chana. Brian Wei Chang. Hoi Pui Chow. Candace Dorothea Chapman. Megan Leah Sharon with distinction. Yang Chen. Ji Cheng. Diana Alejandra Chiang Jurado. Joshua Hei Jun Ching. Stephanie Shu En Chu with distinction. Evan Choi. Wayne Kiet Choi. Daniel Saibon Chao. Hui Ying Michelle Chu. Jared Heyin Chum. Chelsea Kane Yin Chung. Receiving today both his Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Biomedical Research, Alexander Daniel Cobban. Keon Collette with distinction. Amy Lynn Connor. Christina Marie Croce. Melissa Lynn Crockett. Peyton Tanisha Damer with distinction. Max Ronald Danish with distinction. Catherine Alia Julie Janton de Fer. Paige Nicole Dean. Amerly Dahir Adjay. Kushmal Kaur Dhaliwal with distinction. Jessica Pauline Dillon. Jacqueline Michelle Diaker. Christopher Brian Jurek. Nathan John DeLugas with distinction. Julie Nokhan Doan Prevost. Edwin Don. Ethan Frederick Dorward. Kenny Singh Dosanjh. Janil Deepak Doshi with distinction. Kelsey Michelle Droll with distinction. Turid Linda Doholki. Christian Dumitrescu. Garrett John Dunsmore. Hasham Sal El Sayed. Alyssa Chelsea Engler. Sheila Enin. Kathleen Auburn Enns. Austin Darrell Erickson with distinction. Kimberly Estabilo. Michaela Autumn Farrell with distinction. Joanne Ulushayu Fasega. Alec Dean Fayad. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Community Engagement and Service Learning, Marzal Fazli. Brittany Ann Fedor. David Feng. Karina Fook. Evan William Freitas. Taylor Jade Folkerth. Christopher James Galasso with distinction. Jason Thomas Andrew Gull with distinction. Andrea Dawn Gallivan. Alicia Alnur Ganji. Sinran Gao. John William Gartrell. Armina Gayayan. Jaskirin Kaur Gill. Rohit Gill with distinction. Marissa Marjorie Julia Jourdain Gilmar. Rachel Alana Gliberman. Kimdeep Gosal. Narisha Govindasamy with distinction. Angshu Garang. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Science and Research Certificate in Science, Hima Varsha Gurupali with distinction. Recipient of the Dean's Gold Medal in Science, Dora Lily Gayanis with distinction. Zartaj Habib. Kendra Jean Desiree Hackman with distinction. Logan Alexander Hall. Heather Marie Halperin with distinction. Ryan Rawad Hamiath. Allison Rose Hamill with distinction. Rachel Doreen Dennis Hammond. Xiaohan Hong. Chichang He with distinction. Shelby Nancy Ann Heaney. Tilini Harath. Nicole Elizabeth Herbers. Cody Dale Hodgins with distinction. William Roy Hodgson with distinction. Jessica Jean Hodson with distinction. Anthony Stephen Haworko. Karen Sufen Hoy. Alexandra Oksana Rachel Haminek Ripko. Vincent C. Tianyu Hu. Dan Hong Huang. Rian Huang. Jason Michael Husak. Daniel Dongil Huang with distinction. Jeho Huang with distinction. Jisoo In. Alexander Iwo. Receiving today both her Bachelor of Science and a certificate in Interdisciplinary Leadership Studies, Hannah Miriam Jaxa with distinction. Maria Christine Yankovic. Tessa Jagelka. Jingjing Ji. Gurpreet Kaur Johal. Ria Johal. Carly Amber Johnson. Janan Joma. Melinda Ray Jordan. Anna Jutla with distinction. Emma Christine Kaiser with distinction. Austin Singh Kalarai with distinction. Justin Khan. Shazmin Munir Kanji. Michael Evan Kochuk. Stephanie Brianna Lee Keats. Nicholas Patrick Philip Kenny. Kristen V.Q. with distinction. Han Sol Kim. Minjung Kim. Seun Kim. Gregory Stephen Knobloch. Andrew Lloyd Kohler. Nicholas Kostiak. Kevin Miles Kovacic. Oginen Kovic. Spencer Campbell Cron with distinction. Stuart Kralka. Ashley Megan Kroll with distinction. Anmol Krishna with distinction. Veronica Lise Kube with distinction. Payal Kumar with distinction. Teresa Kumblathan with distinction. Alicia Kurji. Christian Elise Kushlik. Silas Kwok. Philip Lam. Michelle Marie Lancidel. Shakir Tahir Latif with distinction. Grace Lee with distinction. Ju Young Lee with distinction. Rosalind Grace Bo Yi Lee. Sharon Ka Yin Lee. Dixon Hoi Ho Leung with distinction. Devon Ashley Lewis with distinction. Shailene Teal Lewis. Jingru Lee. Lin Lee. Melissa Lee. Zhongyue Lee. Frank Fuyi Liang. Jung Eun Lim. Chris Pei Jen Lin. Emily Jean Ling with distinction. Jia Liu. Receiving today both his Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Computer Game Development, Zhenghong Liu. Mark Anthony Livingston. Crystal Yuan Ting Lo. Janice Wan Yi Lu. Alexander Douglas Loss. Liangre Lu. Marvelous Lubamba. Jadine Yin Lok. Megan Win Lucky with distinction. Jessica Zatini Luki with distinction.
Jennivel Morley Macapayed. Aaron Lee MacDonald. Nathan Sterling Ma. Reagan Stanley Richard Ma with distinction. Ruth Elizabeth Maidens. Inderdeep Kaur Mander with distinction. Rachel Opoku Manu. Daniel Brian Engelhart. Denise Colleen Abellion Marenga. Brittany Marie Marcinak. Gemma Tiana Marzinkowski. Gary Wayne McIver. Alexandria Brenda Marie McKinley. Kylie Nicole Meir. Dee Meng. Cameron Scott Menzies. Mitchell Alexander Messerschmidt. Alexander Michael Michon. Mohammed Yusuf Ismail Mohammed. Janelle Ray Tupas Montano. Tanasha Mora. Kaylin Lee Morash with distinction. Gabriel Yvon Moreau. Philip Bell Obando Morgandino. Ahona Mostafiz. Malika Motamedi with distinction. Ryan Walid Mukaber with distinction. Taylor Maisie Mueller. Jake Terry Minzak. Safa Nadim with distinction. Yin Tung Ing. Teresa Ching Yi Ngo. Anthony Nguyen. Tyler Nguyen. Anish Nikanj. Tolulope Olaya. Taylor Caitlin Onasik with distinction. Kenneth John Opon. Mackenzie Paige Olet. Bronson Dominic Padmore. Gabriel Dennis Painshaw with distinction. Kristen Paliwada. Linge Pan. Xingyi Pan. April Star Papakwash. Adarsh V. Patel. Ashutosh Kirit Kumar Patel with distinction. Bhumi Patel. John Michael Peralta. Jed Renard Pettit, with distinction. Heinrich Manto Piodos. Christian Dean Poon. Jenny Premraj. Ismit Puhovats. Arthur Ordea Chi, with distinction. Yangyi Chu, with distinction. Diego Armando Quintanilla. Receiving today her Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Interdisciplinary Leadership Studies, Yasmin Rafi'i, with distinction. Receiving today her Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Community Engagement and Service Learning, Javeria Rahim, with distinction. Kiran Kaur Rai. Meenakshi Ramanathan. Kaylee Madeline Riki. Alexa Adrian Richer, receiving her Bachelor of Science and Certificate in International Learning today. Ojazwi Rijal. Daniel Shane Ristic Petrovic. Jessica Joanne Ritz. Cameron David Robertson. Mackenzie Attila Roth. Michelle Marie Roth. Brittany Megan Rozumniak. Taylor Morgan Ruther, with distinction. Cassidy Russell. Diane Marie Uson Santos, receiving today her Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Sustainability. Receiving today her Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Computer Game Development, Ryan Joshua Kong Chuen Satibrata. Benjamin David Schultz, with distinction. Brittany Darylyn Scutchings. Philip Sebhat. Wing Chi Si. Tatiana Shadi. Receiving today her Bachelor of Science and Certificate in International Learning, Ramisha Shafiq. Haley Rakesh Shah. Michaela Joy Shervin with distinction. Guangyu Shi. Sarah Ashman Schmeit. Kara Delaney Shania Shergott. Gunvir Singh Sidhu with distinction. Pawanjit Sidhu. Akansha Singh with distinction. Krishan Singh with distinction. Navjot Kaur Singh with distinction. Satinder Kaur Singh. Simran Rajinder Singh. Samantha Emily Shervy. Jacqueline Nicole Smith. Nicholas Paul Smoliak. Julia Valentina Soares. Alexandra Madison Sorkoff. Receiving today are Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Community Engagement and Service Learning, Sydney Ann Kennedy Spear with distinction. Bogdan Valerievich Stakovac. Peter George Sterling. Catherine Jane Stewart with distinction. Emily Olivia Stoltz with distinction. Brittany Terry Lee Straker. Chengyang Su. Ramesh Tanvir Syed. Chad Elaran Tala. Steve Carming Tam. Lidan Tang. Wei Ting Tarp. Kimberly Tan. Jessica Thenardi. Sydney Marie Thompson. Shuen Tian. Bryce Arnold Tachuk with distinction. Lin Tong. Stefano Paulo Torres. Vanessa Tran. Nandiela Stefan Trazo. Alexander Sang. Sophia Saragotis with distinction. Nicholas Matthew Twells. Danielle Magdalene Twist. Adam James Alsifer. Michael Anthony Valente. Nikki Elizabeth Van Claveren with distinction. Alexandra Iwana Vrapchu.
Christine Elizabeth Wagner with distinction. Presley D. Woknuk with distinction. Ryan Everett Walters. Jun Wang. Sean Shengxi Wang. Yuzhe Wang. Hannah Elizabeth Warwa with distinction. Stephanie Ashley Margaret Warden. Hillary Faith Warren. Nolan Allen Waters. Noor Wazir. Nicole Brittany Dawn Wenger. Melissa Erin Whitson. Erin Christine Whitaker. Dylan Edward Wing. Cassandra Glory Ann Winnick. Daniel Lawrence Wolin with distinction. Receiving both a Bachelor of Science and Certificate in Computer Game Development, Justin Wong. Carlina Ashlyn Wong. King Tung Wu. Megan Victoria Wu. Lucas Alexander Woodhouse. Jiafeng Wu. Kelly Xiao with distinction. Jiaxin Xue. Sorry, Jiaxin Cindy Xue. I'm sorry, Jiaxin. With distinction. Baekun Yan. Huai Ru Yao. Yue Yin. Clement Young. Chiang Yu. Rosia Zafar. Aiden Clinton Zalaski with distinction. Laura Dawn Zaroni. Hasnan Zishan. Calvin Zeng. Man Lian Zhang. Zhongshu Zheng. Xianzhi Zheng. Zhuma Kuo. Dai Yingzhu. And Yevgenia Zuralova with distinction.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program, but who are not in attendance today.
Well, graduates, congratulations, you made it. Let's hear it for the class of 2017. Well, graduates, now it's your turn. I'm going to ask you to stand up, turn around, get everyone's attention, and let's give the people who have supported you through all of this, your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, spouses, children's friends, turn around, give them a huge round of applause. Well, today is truly a proud moment for them and for the University of Alberta. In total, we will graduate 6,683 students at convocation ceremonies over these couple of weeks. So now that I have you all back with us, it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. Before you are formally inducted into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for the presentation of a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 to honor the University of Alberta's centenary. It captures the hopefulness and potential of days spent at the university and hopefully sparks your own memories of your years here. The song is also a display of many U of A talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus Dr. Franz Lavassier-Ouimet and arranged by U of A alumnus Dr. Alan Bevan. The recording is performed by Choral Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnan. Please enjoy.
Eminent Chancellor, alumni, old and new, thank you, merci. To the 2017 graduating class, congratulations and welcome. My name is Ross Lockwood, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 2008 and again in 2015. It is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a University of Alberta alumnus and to officially welcome you into our alumni family. You are joining a proud and inspired group of graduates, committed to each other's success and committed to building the University of Alberta into one of the world's great universities for the public good. I call upon you to stay connected with each other, with other alumni, and with your university throughout your lifetime. We will be there for you, for each other, and for our university. I also call upon you to go from this place and be inspired by the promise and challenge of our alumni to do great things. Our alumni have done many great things in the past, and now it is your turn. Great things are actions big and small. They can take place anywhere, anytime. They support other alumni, the university, our society, and they come from using the knowledge and talents that you have gained here for the betterment of yourselves and for others. Félicitations et bonne chance. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future endeavors. And now please turn your attention back to the screen.
No matter what your story, where you came from, what it took to get here, at this place, you were welcomed. You became part of our family. At this place, you inherited a spirit of innovation, of action, of coming together to uplift the whole people. Our school and our spirit have grown, but we still learn, innovate, lead, solve problems, take action. We raise up our communities, and we help others succeed. We are University of Alberta alumni, and for more than a century, we have come together and carved a new trail for those who follow. Together, we are stronger. Together, we shine brighter. Together, from this place into the world. Together, we have and we will do great things.
In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. Dr. Ann Smith, thank you once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. You are an inspiring example of leadership, service, and accomplishment. In accepting this honorary degree, you bring great honor to the University of Alberta. I would also like to thank our talented vocalist, Mr. Oliver Munar, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. And I wish to acknowledge the staff of the Office of the Registrar for their organization of today's Convocation. To our graduates, congratulations for all that you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. Today is an important milestone in a journey of lifelong learning. Wherever your dreams may take you, I invite you to remain close to your alma mater, the University of Alberta. And I'm pleased to invite you and your guests to join us in the main floor and first balcony lobbies for refreshment and fellowship. One final thought. Your degree will open new horizons for you and for our entire community. As you contemplate your future, be mindful of the fact that of all the things you may do, of all the successes you may have, nothing is more important than the kindness you show to others. Congratulations.